Hello, everybody, on this Sunday afternoon, this beautiful Sunday afternoon, a little bit hot, but a beautiful Sunday afternoon nonetheless, for this Tea Time with Mary, Tea Talk, um, third eye chakra, also known as the Ajna or sixth chakra. All right, so we'll dive right in. So I'm going to adjust my screen just a little bit here. So we've worked up from the base of the spine, this red dot right here, to the second, the third, the fourth. Last week was the fifth, the throat chakra. Now we're at the sixth chakra, so it's right through here. Good. So right in the forehead of my beautiful tapestry up there. And I'm going to take this back down without cutting my head off. Good. And so this chakra, so my little visual here, which you probably can't see very well because this light's not shining through it too well. Maybe it'll show up a little bit better here. Maybe not. So this is a dark blue. Some people will call it indigo. Some people will call it a purple, blue-purple color. It just kind of depends on who you follow, like anything else. Is the color that it vibrates. And so if we go up here to the location, now I realize there's glare. I'll have pictures for you afterwards. Location, I've got two glands up here that are starred because, again, it depends on who you follow as far as where they are. So you've got the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. So you've got one of them is right behind the skull here, and then there's one of them that's deeper into the skull. So, but kind of straight back from it. So it really just kind of depends on who you follow. Some of them will have pineal in the seventh chakra, some sixth. Same thing with pituitary, but I've just included them both here. Upper sinuses, your eyes, temple, so this region right here, your forehead. Again, different parts of your brain. It's going to be impacted here. Neurons, so those are your nerve cells, and neurotransmitters, which are different chemicals do different reactions in the neuron, if memory serves. Probably should have looked that up for sure before I did this video, but that's okay. Color, we talked about that, is a deep blue or indigo, a bluish, purplish color. The element is ether, so that's going to be space. Stones or crystals, amethyst, which is your pretty purple one. We see that in a lot of jewelry today. Lapis lazuli, so we saw this last week with the throat chakra. It's also sixth chakra. And moonstone, which is something that I love working with a lot too. So it's a very subtle color. There are different types of moonstone, though. They're a little bit more prettier in this one. Not up here, but also selenite. So this is a white stone. Sodalite, which is a bluer stone with some white, usually sprinkled in there, and onyx. All right, so the sound of the third chakra is the one everybody's been waiting for. It is the Om sound. This will also be the same sound as the seventh chakra next week, and I will wet my whistle here and chant that for you. So your Om. Foods. So again, I love working with this chakra on a energetic level, not so much necessarily on a physical level. But one of the reasons I like it is the food. So we have chocolate here, or cocoa, spices, caffeine. You gotta love that little bit of kick of caffeine in a green tea, and your bluish and your purplish foods. Poses for this one are going to be child's pose. Why? Because if you can reach, then the forehead typically touches the ground right in that third eye region on either a block or the floor. Dolphin pose, in different types of inversions, which I've also got handstands and headstands here. But really most any other inversion will work. Keeping in mind that a downward facing dog is technically an inversion. We all do that. Those of you that are wondering after hearing or seeing handstands or headstands, no, we will not be doing those in class this week because they're not really safe to teach in a group setting. If you want to learn how to do those, reach out to me, message, email, text. I'm happy to set privates up with you to work on that. But most people can't do those properly. I can't be with every person in class. And there's also some prerequisites that I personally require before you start taking people up into those. Third eye connections. So sometimes we'll take the thumbs right here. Sometimes in that Baddha Konasana where we'll C-curve the spine and take the third eye to the big toes or to a block if you can't quite reach. That's what I mean by third eye connections. And meditation is a big one here. Pranayama breath work, going back to some that we did in the lower chakras, your box breathing, that equal part breath on the inhale, hold, exhale, hold, and take that in the box. And the alternate nostril breathing. So that's the one I'm still kind of healing a little bit from my nose piercing, but that's the one where you take fingers, close off one, inhale, release, close off the other, exhale, and so forth. Positive attributes here. So if you believe in different psychic abilities, a lot of those are found here. So that's going to be clairvoyance, ESP, which is extrasensory perception, kind of like a sixth sense, if you will. Imagination is here. Inner wisdom, your intuition is here. You typically will have good sleep. You will have good, well, I shouldn't say always good or pleasant dreams, but you'll have dreams, not nightmares, but dreams. This is also another one of those gut feeling chakras. So kind of connecting to some of the lower chakras here. We all know what that gut feeling is, and good vision, eye issues. Negative attributes, so again, vision issues or blindness. This is where you'll have nightmares, the dreams that are completely out of control. Choices that have bad consequences will be here. Sinus issues, headaches, maybe, I don't want to lump judgmental out there because as human beings, we tend to be a little bit judgmental by nature, but maybe overly judgmental or that overly critical part of us. And the us versus them mentality. Meditations and affirmations. Maybe I see all things with clarity. I trust my inner teacher. So a lot of times when I'm teaching class, remember I'll say your body is your best teacher. I'm just a guide. It goes right in here with the sixth chakra. Your body is your best teacher. I'm a guide. Trust that inner teacher. All the answers I need, I see within me. Questions to ask. Do I trust my intuition? I confess I did not always trust my intuition, but the older I get, the more I trust it, and the more it keeps me out of trouble. And the more I regret not trusting it when I was younger because it would have eliminated a lot of trouble and issues had I just listened to those little alarms and gut feelings that I had about people and situations. Am I over analytical? So that goes back to the judgmental. Do I have clarity of mind and thought? And then another one I put down here is a Sanskrit little phrase called soham. So I have not really actually said soham in class, but I've stated that a different way. So thinking of something a little bit positive, I am that I am. So a lot of times in class, I will have us repeat that. I am that I am. Soham. So that's a little bit of an overview of the sixth chakra, the third eye chakra, one of my favorite chakras. I do want to go back up here again to the poses and just really emphasize, yes, there are inversions. No, we will not be doing handstands or headstands this week. But there are poses that we can do that will give you the same benefits as those, that are a lot more accessible and a hell of a lot less risky. So from that, you can expect that. And as always, if you don't want to do them, you don't have to. So I hope that you gained a little bit of more insight on this chakra from this Facebook Live. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday afternoon, a wonderful week ahead, and hope to see you soon in class. Namaste.